Hello everyone, and welcome back to another video on this channel on F125 for today. Yeah, so this is where it was a bit strange at the end of the race, as you can see the thumbnail at Las Vegas. Make sure you stay tuned for that, because this is where it was quite where a technology issue problemed from at the end. So yeah, so first race is at Austria for the first race of the day on this vidno. Starting in mid-pack, got through there okay-ish, not too bad. Using a bit of EOS just to make sure I stay ahead. Going defensive at turn 3 to be careful a little bit. And then, I'm not sure what happened there though. Not sure I got hit from behind or some people braked a bit early, but kind of both really. But I try to avoid as much as I can. Luckily I got through there okay in that bit. So up to P6 now. So very okay-ish, not too bad at all. And then got the leader right in front of me, so I just need to stay through here nice and tidy, get a good exit, and then hopefully he sees any dramas up ahead. Hopefully I'll get a chance for more overtakes. Come at the end of the first lap now. Just staying out of trouble. And then I got a 2-second penalty for that. So I was like a tiny margin on the white 9. I'm not sure how many warnings I had in that race. I didn't get a single warning till that happened. So sometimes there's technology system problems. I don't know. I'm not sure it's just me or the game is just there's like more bugs into it, but I'm not sure about that. Yeah. So anyway, we'll move on. Carry on. So I managed to get past this McLaren into P5. So a nice overtake round the outside at turn 3. And then luckily, there's a 2-second penalty up the road. So if I overtake him up the road, I should have a chance for a podium maybe, if I'm very lucky. Now, just trying to say my managing EOS at the moment. Not using EOS here because I'm already in the DRS zone. So I'm not wasting my EOS here. Gone a bit wide at turn 9, a bit. So, managed to get a good exit at turn 10 though, got DRS. There is some penalties up the head, so I'm not the only one with the issue problem. I'm not sure it's the same corner I had on the first lap, but luckily I got DRS from the Alpine, using all the battery. Very nice, an easy overtake. Decided to go around the outside. And then, luckily, I managed to get a nice exit from this Alpine who literally did that. I decided to get alongside this Red Bull, trying to go around the outside at turn 4. And kind of not worked, so I had to back out of that. Luckily, still got P4 though, so kept my position there. So yeah, so this is kind of a good battle for the lead at the moment. So not just a podium, but for the lead as well. So looking good so far, out halfway. And then down towards the last 2 corners. Just be careful with the track limits, like I had to 2 laps ago, but not sure why, but it's what it is. But I'm not that bothered anyway, because sometimes it's broken, or it could be me. Or maybe it's my driving style. I'm not sure. My driving style was okay, but it's just sometimes it's like weird things comes up. I was like, you got a 2-second penalty for something, but I actually had no warnings from the get-go. It is what it is, but happens every time when I do these open lobbies or in these races, open lobbies. Sometimes it's what it is, so happens anyway. Down towards turn 4, decided to save my EOS a little bit, using DRS of course. Since there's no DRS in F126, in 2026 I meant, I'm not sure, there will be no DRS in 2026, so this might be the last game I'll be using DRS, I think, the time I get to May or something, when there's F126 on the DLC, maybe, or maybe F127. They are making a new game on F127, but F126, maybe on the DLC, maybe, as an, I'm not sure it'd be like a a package or something, but for the F126, but I had to wait and see by spring and see if there is going to be F126. I'm not sure yet. So, coming towards the last lap now, a little bit kind of a free wide here. I decided to be careful. Luckily, I managed to, well, he got a DOS as well. So I decided to go for the move, but he was already going offensive. Decided to go around the outside again, but that didn't work. So it looks like I'm kind of like P5 at this stage. And then this guy, well, I managed to save. Lucky I managed to avoid that. Lucky there was a door. Lucky there was a gap on the inside, so I went for it. So I was very lucky with that. So yeah, so into P3. Very nice. Very nicely. And then come around the last two corners. Finish P3 on the road. Crossing the line. And as the penalties sort out, I was P5. So yeah, so if it wasn't for the 2-second penalty, I would have been P2 or something. Yeah, I would have been P2 on the road, so if it wasn't for the penalty. But it's what it is. So, yeah, it happens. So yeah, so I'm quite surprised he got the fastest lap, so fair enough to him. He was proving a lot, so from the last few months. So yeah, fair play to him in that one. Right, off to Mexico now. We've got another good race here. Starting from the back, kind of almost at the back. So, decided not to use my EOS down to straight. Decided to save my EOS a little bit from the first lap, because I know it's going to get chaos at the first corner. As you can see, there is some spinners right here, and then there's some ghosting something, because that happens. Luckily, I managed to gain a few places in the first three corners. Managed to get past this McLaren. Kind of a bit messy there, but I don't know what happened there, but luckily I managed to avoid the chaos right there. Luckily I was ghosting because I wouldn't make it through there. So I was quite lucky with that to get P7. So not my fault, but sometimes it happens. And then just try and get past Mercedes. Lucky I did a switchback using a bit of EOS, what I saved from the first snap. Then down towards this staging section, made a tiny mistake going wide, but luckily I saved it, just about. So yeah, so not a bad. It's an okay first snap. I'll take like, what was it, 10 places from the start. So I mean that's not too bad. So now I'll just need to using all my battery on the exit of the last corner. Not saving it a little bit at halfway, and then I decided to use it again because someone is using EOS on the straight. Luckily, managed to stay in P6 for now at turn 1. Using a little bit of battery on the exit. DRS is not for another. DRS is not till the middle sector, so I have to wait a little bit from that. And then went a bit too wide at this corner again in 2 races, so missing my braking point again. Just trying my best through here. Luckily, catching up to, well, I think I'm catching to the leaders a little bit. Got a purple first sector though. And then through here very nicely, make sure of track limits. So very nicely there. Done a personal best in the middle sector, so and then in the same section once again, very nicely. Just got into the DRS zone from this Haas driver up the front. Got the DRS from this guy, using all the battery on the exit up towards DRS 9, and I've got the fast lap of the race. I'm the quickest guy on track till this guy who's went quickest. So I'm not sure who he spun out earlier from the beginning. It could be. It could be anyone really who's faster than me. Yeah, so got DRS again on this down towards turn 4. Not using all the EOS because I need to save it for the last 2 laps. Then I decided to into none through turn 4 and 5. Just saving a little bit through here. And then I save it through turn 6 as well. And then I put it back on medium on the exit of the corner. And then one guy has a penalty at the front. Who has a penalty at the front, so that puts me into P5 at this stage. And then these two collided. Well, lucky I managed to get through there just about. So I was very lucky with that. Managed to escape that. Not too bad at all. Into, I think it's P4 now. Yeah, so P4 now, so I'm definitely kind of I'm definitely in the podium spot at this stage, if it stays like this. So yeah, at the end at halfway, on the end of that 3, using all the battery again on the exit. Just trying to get into the DRS. Right there. Not too bad. I'm not attacking him just yet, because I'm a bit too far back. And I'm not saying my ERS, but I'm just trying to not to lose time. The leaders were battering, so if I get past his P3, I'll be much closer. I've got DRS once again. I'm getting closer, but I decided to save my ERS again at turn 4. So I'll just save a little bit through here. We are definitely catching the leaders though, so because they're battering up the front. So I thought, okay, let's try work together and catch up a little bit. And try to stay out of the dirty air through these left and right handers, like here. I have to go back a little bit just to get the turn in. And then I'll get closer. And then I've still got DRS though, but I'm just trying to save my ERS a little bit. I would have been closer at the leaders, but I'm just trying to avoid the dirty air a little bit. Luckily, still got DRS from right here. Still got DRS, so very nicely. DRS is quite important on this game, so you need to make sure you're in the DRS. I'm a bit far back than I wanted, but I'm using all my battery just to get closer. So then, time I got to turn 1, I decided to... Well, I got the turn in nicely through here. Very nicely through there. Using all the battery on the exit of turn 3. And then there's some penalties up ahead, so I might have a chance of a win here. And then I'm kind of a bit too far back, so I had to try and... I'll save my EOS a little bit just again. And then put it on medium on the exit of this corner. Using the battery as well. And then come towards this middle part once again. Just need to avoid track limits once again. So that's very nicely through there. Not too bad at all. Got DRS once again. Using the battery once again to get closer. And then got this bit we're going side by side for P2. And then I was very lucky to have... Well, I mean, I was very lucky with that. Managed to get a good exit, though. To get Well, just not to get P3, but... As towards the 9, I was P2 on the road. So, I was actually quite... That was a really good race. From... Through the field, and also a good battle for the lead once again. At least I got no penalties this time, so... I was careful this time. So, I'll take it. So, not too bad at all. I'm quite happy with that. As we move on to Las Vegas now, this is where the race looks quite not as boring I thought it was going to be, but at Nice, it was kind of like, you will see anyway, when this thing is uploading, but I'm not sure why that took forever. It took 5 seconds. I don't know why it took forever, but it's one of those technology things. So, Las Vegas, off to a good start, starting on pole position. As you see at the on the grid, managed to get a good start, nice turn 1, and then I was trying to get through turn 2 and 3 nicely, using a little bit of EOS on the exit, not too much because I just wanted to save it a little bit, down towards the long straight in the end of the lap or something. So yeah, so not too bad. So now, just need to get a clean first lap, and then I should be fine from there, really. Through this snow part, very nicely. I managed to pull a nice gap from some others. Well, I would say rest of the field from P3 onwards. So yeah, so it's just me and the P2 guy were just just running away, really. So, feels like I had a nice first snap. Just need to be trying to be careful through here. Very nicely. I'm using a little bit of EOS, but I'm not sure how much. I am 8 tenths ahead. Or 6 tenths, I can't remember. Or it's 4 tenths now. My apologies. Getting the tenths numbers wrong. So yeah, so he hasn't got DOS, so I decided not to use my battery. Just on this straight. Just using it a little bit. And then through here, very nicely. Using a tiny... Not using EOS on this straight. So I decided not to use it at the end of the first snap. So very tiny first snap from my side. So now I just need to try and... Not pull out of the 1 second zone, but also just try and do some clean naps, run away at the front and see what I can do from there, really. Using a little bit EOS here, because I know he's got DRS, so... Not using it that much, because I'm going to save it a little bit as much as I can from the others. So yeah, I hit the wall slightly. I hit the barrier slightly there on that exit of the corner. Gone in a little bit too deep here, but lucky I managed to save it. Not too bad at all through here. Got a good exit here. Just... Well, he's about 5 tenths now, so I'm just trying to... Not wasting my battery, but I'm just trying to... Because if you're, like, behind you and you're trying to run away and you're doing the same pace as him, there's no point using EOS. I'll use a little bit here just to get the good exit. But he's got DOS anyway, so I decided not to use all the battery. So I decided not to go to... I decided not to fight, because since we're clearing away from the rest of the field... So I thought, okay, I thought there's no point fighting at this stage, at the end of the second lap. So I decided to follow him a little bit. At least I've got the DOS now, so at least I can. Well, he might save EOS a little bit as well. So if I'm staying behind him and all that. So he's got the quicker nap time because he's got DRS, of course. So now on that 3 now, so I decided to use a little bit EOS here. When I get DOS, not use the EOS, use DOS instead. I didn't put it into none because I got full battery, so I decided not to put in none. If I was like under 50%, yeah, I would definitely save it, but it's okay for now. Through the middle sector now, I've gone in a tiny bit too deep again at this corner, so messing up the corner slightly, but it's okay on the side for now. Now I'll come towards to the this part. I made a tiny mistake here, gone in too deep, and that's where I made a mistake, and I had to use all my battery to... I had to use my battery a little bit just to catch up, and also stay in the DRS zone right here. Like I've got DRS, so I can just put it into none, save a little bit of DRS on this straight. So I was very lucky with that. So I thought, yeah, so I was very lucky with that. Then I hit the wall again. Luckily there's no damage, so I was very lucky with it. Luckily there was no damage in this race, so luckily it's turned off. If damage was on, my race would have been over, but it's what it is. So not too bad. So now I just need to stay close to him. Try stay in the 1 second zone, and then hopefully see what I can do from there, really. Same with my EOS again on this straight, because I don't want to overtake him just yet. I want to wait till the last snap and try and... I mean, it's a nice battle going on here for the lead, so managed to pull away from the P3 guy, who's literally only just 2 seconds behind me. So at least at least we're doing really well, running away and all that. So yeah, so not too bad. So on to that, well, almost at the end of that 4 now. So I'm just trying to be careful here. So I got it better I got a better exit this time around, but I decided not to use ERS. So I decided to turn off a little bit on medium, I hit the walls a little bit because I wasn't concentrating, because I was concentrating on the ERS. Well, I got DRS, so I decided to put in none. Getting more speed. I decided not to go for the move. I decided to stay behind. Try not to lose time. We are making progress on that because we are gaining clearing away from the P3 guy. It's about 3 seconds now, so we are definitely working. Well, it looks like we're definitely doing really well in the last 2 laps or 3 laps now since he overtook me. So we're on to the final lap now. So this is where I can attack him, but not yet. I'm not going to attack him on this straight. I'm just going to stay behind him, recharge my batteries up to 100%. I'll be back on medium through the snow part as we come towards it right now. So he hit the wall. He hit the wall again. So I'm not the only one who's hitting the walls or barrels or something like that. So yeah, through the snow part for the final time, trying to stay close to him. I'm using normal EOS on the exit a tiny bit just to get closer to him, and then through here I put it into none, and now I put it back on medium. Braked a little bit early, get a good exit, using a bit of EOS very nicely. I decided to put in none, then I put it back on medium, overtake, none again, and now I put it into EOS right now with DRS, and then I'm not sure where he was going. I was going to go to the left, but he was in the middle, not sure why, but lucky I got the overtake done and dusted. Got P1 again at the final corner. Well, not exactly the final corner, but I managed to get him before that, and then as come towards a 9, I got the win. I'll take it in the bag. And then, as we come to look at the results right now, you'll see any second, it turns out I didn't win the race because the technology problem. So I just won the race, a nice battle between me and the Mercedes driver, and I didn't win. So I was quite annoyed with that because I just literally won it fair and square. So I got robbed on this one. I mean, that does count as a win on myself, but I don't know why I got robbed. But it is what it is. So yeah, make sure you like the video, subscribe to the channel if you're new. I'll appreciate a lot from where you are around the world. I'll see you guys next video. See you guys next time on F125. Have a nice day, enjoy your weekend, and see you later.